Before I do my makeup, every single time I like to wash my face. So I went and I cleansed my face with my Clinique cleanser, and as soon as I was done with that, I patted my face dry and I put on my moisturizer. So I already did that. Today I use a Renewed Hope in a jar. We're gonna go ahead and prime our face with the Pores No More. So now that our face is primed and ready to go, I do a little bit of color correcting. So right in this area right here, I get a lot of redness. So I like to go and conceal that right away before I put on my foundation. And right here I do have a little bit of dark circles. You can't really tell, I feel like on camera, but I do. And do get like a pimple or something before I put on my foundation, I do use some green on there, you know, wherever I have the redness. Just put it over and then I put a concealer over it. So Earl, wake the fuck up, faggot. How about you shut the fuck up, Mom? Okay. Ma said, wake up, son, good morning. I rolled out of bed, greeted Mama with a yawn, then paused and scratched an itch and went down to the kitchen, fixed a plate of eggs and bacon, glass of O.J. Simpson. So I go in with my finger. So for the under eye area, I do use a blush. So the one I use for the color correcting is the Corrector Concealer from Maybelline in the color green. Got this from Walmart. And for my under eye, I use the Maybelline Dream Bounce Blush in the color Peach Satin. So this is what it essentially looks like before I put a concealer on it. So the green is to correct any redness that I get. Like I said, I mostly just get the redness right here. So I like to cover that before I go in with my foundation. And I have the red right under my dark circle area. I'm a full coverage kind of person, so I like to go all out. So to do this concealer here, I use a Tape Shape in light medium. It's this one right here. So I just go in right there, right here, there, and right there. Then I go in with a damp Real Techniques beauty sponge. So I use this, the bottom, like to put my foundation, and I use this for like this stuff. So I just go in and, you know, blend that all out. Okay, so it looks a lot whiter on camera. It doesn't look that white in person. So next that we got this little thing going, I go in with my foundation. I use the 5.0 in the Urban Decay All Nighter. So shake that on. Hey, Tyler, can I know, bitch? Don't you see me trying to buy? I used to get bullied until I heard radicals. The last part got to me. See, I used to give a fuck until my cop would bleed. Now I'm the happiest I think I'll ever be. My life is go in with the bottom part of the sponge. So now that we got our foundation all on, I go in and bronze up just like my forehead in this area. I'm gonna use the Hoola, this little bronzer here. Go in with a beauty blender. We got that going because I do crease on my forehead from doing this all the time. I mean, I go in with the translucent powder right away on my forehead. And this is the RCMA powder. I just have it in this little Makeup Forever container that was empty. And I go in with, this is from It Brushes from Ulta, and it's the airbrush powder. And just kind of like dust it on there. So now that we got this, I like to highlight right under this area. So I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and Light Sand. I forgot to put on my chapstick. So I go in with the other side of the Real Techniques sponge and just go in and blend that out. So then I go under, I just did that with this little sponge here. And just kind of bake it under here because I do get creepy under my eyes. Then I go in and put translucent powder all over the rest of my face. I feel like that's ready. I go in with the Morphe E48 brush and take off the bottom. So to prep my eyelids, I go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium again. To do that, let's see if I can. Working so far from the. Okay. So I just go in a little bit like this. And then I go in with my, like a pendant. Okay. So then I go with this IT brushes, the airbrush concealer brush. Just blend that out. That's it. I go in again with the E48 brush and set the other eye. Go in and set that other eye too. So to fill in my eyebrows, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in the color Granite. I go and apply it with this brush. I think this is a number 18 brush from Anastasia. Okay. So I go in and first brush out my eyebrows real quick, just to see, because I don't like fill them in so much. It's just more like what I have here on the top and a little bit here at the front. So to fill in the front of my eyebrows, I just like touch it lightly. Like that, just a light touch. And then I go in. So I just go in at the bottom. Like that, like a really light touch. It's just like a really light touch for the front of my eyebrow so it doesn't fill in too much. Then I go and flip the brush to the other side. Touch it again. And okay. Go in. Really light at the front. So then I go in and I grab like a good amount. You just like this. And then I go in and I make sure I have the bottom of my eyebrows really nice. Let's see. So I don't start from like all the way over here, just because I feel like this eyebrow is pretty dark anyways. So I start in kind of like in the middle right here. Go in straight like that. So just like that. So then we'll go in and do it to the other one. Same thing, I flip the brush over a little bit. So depending, like with this one I did it like this. So now I'm going to flip it the other way and to the other side. I start from here and work my way down. I don't start from the very front. So I just dab that a little bit. I go in and I just follow basically the line of where my eyebrows are already going and just filling in whatever gaps of hair I'm missing. that little line that I already had. And just go in and fill whatever is missing. So then we're going to go in and do the other side, the same thing. Just dab the little pomade a little bit. Then go in. And with this one I have like, so from here I started like from here and then went that way. With this one I have a little bit of hair missing from right here. I don't know why, it doesn't really grow there. So what I do is I go in even further and just same thing. So then I just go in and whatever's like missing and stuff, just slightly go across it. Like that. So after we've done that, make sure that my eyebrows are looking like twin sisters and not like cousins. Just go in and just make sure. And then once I have that ready, I go in with the little, what is like the little brush thing, and I just right here, because of the lines that I put under, they look a little harsh, so I just comb those up. And it helps blend out that line. Okay. And then I go in and brush out the rest of my hair. And then our eyebrows are ready. For the most part, I don't go in with the clear gel till after I've done my eyeshadow. So since we're going to do a pretty casual look, I'm going to use the semi-sweet chocolate bar and then just the original chocolate bar. I'm going to use the E27 brush for Morph. I'm going to go in with the color, I think it's called Mousse, this one right here. We're going to go in and just back and forth motions like that. This is the color I'm going to use for my transition. I like to do both eyes at the same time. I can't do like one eye completely and then come back to the other eye. It's really hard for me. So I go in. We're going to use two brushes now. We're going to go in with the M514 for Morph. With the, I'm not even sure what the name of this color is. Doesn't say. So it's from the original chocolate bar. This color right here. Then we're gonna go in and do the crease area with this. Like this. Same motions, just back and forth. Like the outer corner. The same color with the Morph M332. So push it on there. And then we're gonna go in and blend that out with the Morph M433 brush. Just gonna do little circular motions right here. Again with that same color on the M332 that I was already using. And deepen that a little bit more. And then go in and blend that out again with the M433 brush. That's what that one looks like. So I just blend until I feel like it looks really good and seamless. And do the other eye, same thing. To do the crease, we're going to go in with the M514. Same color. Just back and forth motions. And then if you guys have any trouble like with your eyeshadow or anything, I recommend watching Manny MUA because he goes step by step with all the eyeshadows. He's so good. He helped me learn how to do my eyeshadow. So I feel like I did okay, but once I discovered him, it was just the beginning of something amazing. because he goes in step by step, tells you exactly how to do it, what brushes that you need. All the brushes he recommended, I bought all of them. So we go in again with the M332 brush, same color. Tap it a little bit and go in right here on the outer. Then we go in again with the blending brush, the M433 brush. Just honestly, all you have to really do is, I try to get my eyes as even as possibly. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because my eyes are shaped weird. But the key on this is you start with a little bit, blend it out, add a little bit more color, blend it out. And like I said, if you want to learn how to do your eyeshadow bomb as fuck, just watch Manny's videos. And two, if you need some good brushes, the majority of the brushes that I have here, I want to say like 90% of my brushes are from Morphe. They're really inexpensive and everything. The only thing I hate about it is how long it takes for them to get here. I feel like it takes forever, but they're definitely worth it. To do my lid color, I'm going to go in with this Morphe brush, and it doesn't have a number on it. It was from a set that I just recently ordered. I'll link it down below, the set that I ordered, because I think it was like $20 or $24. But yeah, it was like a set of brushes, so it doesn't have a number on it. So I'm going to go in with this color that doesn't have a name. It's this one right here. I'm going to put that on my lid. So just like that. Just blend it out so none of the lines look too harsh. Another one, same thing. I'm gonna use the one with no name. So when I put eyeshadow under my brow bone, the brush that I like to use is this one. It's like a little, it's not that, it's a flat kind of brush, and it's the M209. So I'm going to go in with this color right here. Tap that out and just under there. So now that we have all our eyeshadow set, I like to go in with a clear brow gel from Anastasia also, just to make sure my eyebrows stay in place. So just like that. Like that. And I go in again with my little brush and just make sure that they're combed into place. So before I put on my eyeliner, I like to go in with mascara. We're gonna put falsies. I know it's a casual look, but so I go in with the Maybelline, the Rocket Volume Express. I do the top. So I don't add a lot of mascara just because we are going to put the falsies. I just put enough that when I curl my eyelashes, they're going to stay. I was using some brown color. If it falls like on my face or anything, I use the M310 brush, the little fan brush, and just take off the excess. And then, I forgot what we're going to do, under eye color. So for under our waterline, going to use, I usually like to go in with like the darkest color that we had. To do the under the waterline, I'm going to do the M210 brush, and I'm going to go in with this color, which was the darkest color that we were using, and then we just to do, like, I only do it to up to right here, and then right here I like to use a different color. So we're gonna use the same color that we did on the lid. So I'm just cleaning off my brush a little bit and going in again with the same color, which is this one. And then right there at the front. So now that's what the bottom of it looks like. And to blend out those colors, I'll usually, if I feel like they look a little too harsh or something, I'll go in with the Real Techniques. It's the shading brush, and I just like to blend those together. Okay. So while we wait for our mascara to dry, I'm going to go in and contour. So before I used to use a Too Faced Cocoa Contour, but I feel like the color wasn't dark enough for me because I'm really tan. So I like to use the shade Truffled to do my contour. And I go in and I do that with this little brush here. It's from Real Techniques. It is the setting brush. This is what it looks like. So I just go in, grab the color, like, because it has like two like little sides to it, if you can see that. So I like to use like one of the flat sides. The color not too much. Tap it on the thing and then go in. The way that I do that is I just go in right away and start doing like blending motions to do it. I feel like my face is kind of small-ish in a way, like where everything's just like this, so I don't like to use big brushes for it. So same thing to the other side. We'll make our little, this amazing face here. I go into the Kylie Diary and use the, I think it's called the Virginity blush. I don't know, but it's, oh shit. We're gonna go in with this color. It's called Virginity, and I like it because it's more of like peachy color. I feel like with my skin tone it complements it a little bit better. So we're gonna go in. I'm gonna go in again with this Morph brush that doesn't have numbers on it, but like I said, I'll link it down below. All of these, the ones that are like white and stuff, came with that brush set from Morph. So I'll link that exactly which one I use down below. So I'm gonna go in with the color. And then just smile. And go in on the apples, my cheeks. What I like about this is the color isn't that intense when you first apply it. It's a buildable color, which I like because with some other blushes that I use, as soon as you're like fucked, because then it's like hard to like lessen the color. So today we're gonna go in with the Becca Jaclyn Hill highlighting palette. We're gonna use the color, I think it's Prosecco Pop. And to do my highlight, I like to use a Real Techniques brushes again in the setting brush. So I'll use the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Spray that, and then go in with the color. One, like to go in, go a couple times, bish. I'm gonna go on the third time. Okay. 18 brush, so from Morph, go in with the color, just go ahead. Before we put in our eyelashes and my eyeliner, I like to go in with the setting spray. Just set all that shit. Okay. Got some in my mouth. So now we're gonna go in and add some black to the waterline because I like my eyes like a black spot. We're just gonna go in and do eyeliner and do our going to curl our eyelashes. Eyelashes. My favorite eyelashes, even though it's a more casual look, I'm gonna use some pretty extravagant lashes because I'm out of these. I just ordered some on Walgreens last night, so I'm guessing that they're back in stock online. So these are really casual. They're so gorgeous, but I don't have any, so we're gonna go in with this one, my other favorite. So because I did use black eyeliner, I like to go in with a dual eyelash glue in the dark tone. And I also like to go in and take off my chapstick. And with the Best Damn Lip Mask. So it smells so good and it works amazing. So we're gonna go in with our eyelashes, put these babies on. Okay. That's what that one's looking like. I love these lashes. They're so, even for like casual anything, I'm like with these lashes. And not just because it's Nicole, it's just because they're so bomb. So while that eyelash is drying, we're gonna go in and put a lip on. My favorite, what the fuck? Okay. So my favorite go-to color, which I feel like is just, it fits basically with any look for me, is the Androgyny by Jeffree Star. His liquid lips are honestly my favorite out of all of them that I've tried because the formula is so good and they smell really good to me. So we go in and put in our second lash. So if it's like a super casual look, I'll just do this without the eyeshadow and probably without the lip. But since you guys had been requesting I make a video, hopefully you guys weren't disappointed. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Nothing too, I don't feel like it's something too like, oh my god. It's simple. It's really simple. So